It's the neighbors think I'm selling dope, dope. Yeah, the neighbors think I'm selling dope, selling dope, selling dope, selling dope, selling dope. It's the neighbors think I'm selling dope, selling dope.
Fine. Everything is confidential. What would you like to work on?
Hi, okay, so I have, I'm working pretty much on my credit, but as well, I'm thinking about the future as well. I'm starting to, wake up, and I've been intrigued. I have some little, I have business plans here, though. I started my own business as well, but, the main thing is working this credit thing, and making sure I'm making the right, I have the idea of what I want to do, and I'm starting with step number one. So the step one is just rebuilding my credit. Of course, I've invested in some secured cards, and I moved forward with that. But I had, like, as far as my business go, I had I think I got a beautiful plan that I wanted to, kind of, throw out there and see if it sounds good to you.
Okay, all right. Now, understand they have you in the retirement and investment group. Maybe they consider this more of an investment call. I'll see what I can do. Usually, I just work with people that are trying to retire and figure out where the assets are and how they're going to save up for that. So,
all right. Okay.
Let's keep going here.
Oh, so this call. Okay, so they have me scheduled with that planner then on the 25th. So that I mixed up the appointments. So okay.
Okay, gotcha.
As far as assets and that's definitely I want to do that. I don't want to wait till I retire. Like, I'm a young guy, of course. Well, I'm not a young guy. I'm 35. So, but I definitely want to start to put away. So I just started my first business as far as that. I'm interested in eventually. I mean, pretty soon here within the next year, I want to start investing in more so into, like, I day trade. But I want to put away for a nice life insurance policy. I figured a way. I've been doing my research, and I figured that I can actually. This is a way where I can invest probably around 50 to 60,000 into it to start off.
Got him.
Eventually, I want to get it to 100K.
Watch what he say.
And have a nice investment plan as far as borrow from that life insurance plan to where that's tax-free money that I can use, correct?
Oh, okay. Technically, yeah. So, who are you talking to that has this insurance idea floating around your head?
Well, actually, multiple people. So it's like, they was doing, we were sparring ideas. I have like a little mastermind group in which, we, these are well-off people to, they're sparring ideas.
Key and point, these educated
I'm blown away
people
by
got
the
degrees,
information.
no disrespect, but they don't want you to know this information.
They're telling me,
these corporations don't want you to know this
they're
information.
not telling me per se.
Because this is how the rich invest.
They're talking
and watch the stuff he tell me.
And
He's
they're
trying to,
these
then he
ideas
stay,
around,
he's
and I'm
not trying to
like, wow,
deter me
knew
from
this.
making this
I never
plan,
knew
but
this
listen to
information.
him.
What's the name of the group?
Actually,
is it like a business mastermind group?
Yeah, and they really closed off. They really don't want people to know about it. So it's like, but it's actually it's a real estate group. They're out of Atlanta, and we usually get together a few months out of the year, and this is where all the the ideas are floating around as far as investments and things like that.
So is your investment idea real estate based?
Eventually, I'm starting off with a few businesses. I have like seasonal business. Like right now, I do the snow removal, the things like that. But I want to leverage, eventually leverage credit to generate some capital to where I can invest and eventually get into real estate within the next year or two. So.
Okay, so where is this 50 to 100,000 coming from?
I think credit. Use other people's money. Instead of I have some cash set aside as well, But
By the way,
basically,
you were saying you wanted to put 50 to 100,000 in an insurance product. Do you have that now, or are you saving up for that?
I'm saving up for that. So this plan is, I'm not, of course I know I can't do it overnight. But this plan is within by the end of this year. So I work a job as well. So, and I do got some more side hustles. I don't sit still, basically. I sleep 3 hours a day. I'm healthy. I'm at the gym now, but literally, I want to. My thing is, I don't want to see. I don't wasted enough time in life. I know the importance of putting away. Most, like you stated, most people, and actually a lot of these people I talk to are elderly. They have invested into hotels and things like that. So I never had this type of information, and I'm enthused by it. I study it every day, all day. The information that I receive from them, I go and I literally just I've been every day I dive into it. So I was throwing this across you, and I know you're very you're professional in that field. I know possibly you know some things about this.
So I gotta grow with my
thing was to make it bulletproof. To see if I can
watch what he say.
I'm bulletproof my plan. If it's ideal, what are your requirements as far as that?
Well, not my requirements. Yeah, we don't give advice here on the phone. But I've got 20 years experience, and through FINRA, I've been licensed as a 7, a 63, a 65. I've been a high net worth advisor, here in the Boston area. Master's degree in finance, graduate degree in financial planning, undergrad accounting, Big 6 experience in New York City. So I've got a lot of great things that I can share with you.
Yes.
Let me ask you just a couple backup questions. I'm going to rewind the equation here. Where do you work, and do they have a 401k?
Yes, and I was, we have a 401k. I work at New Flyer of America. We build 70% of public transit buses in America. This is a Canadian-based company, but for them to operate in America, they must build and sell to American, cities and establishments. So that's, I work.
Right.
That's what I work
they
for.
have a 401k plan. Are you contributing to it?
Yeah, they match it, but my thing is my money is sitting still. It's not working for me. So I get out here actively. I want to actively income, but I want to invest. Literally, I was thinking about that because my plan is I own my own business in which I know it's based on basically, the advertisements and, things like that, and which my clientele base is picking up. But I'm not a fool as far as leaving my the secure job where they paying me $25 an hour and I make $50 an hour overtime, in which it's okay money, but I really play. Yeah, they actually match what I put into 401k. So
okay, are you at least contributing enough money where you're taking advantage of the match?
I think that $100 is not enough, but then again, it's like, well, where do I put, what do you recommend as far as would be substantial?
This guy is highly educated, everything,
because
but
really
watch
that's
what he
nothing
say.
but $1,000.
You should basically tell me to work for somebody for 10 years with a 401k.
A year.
I don't have a 10-year
return
plan.
as far as matching
I don't
my
have
money.
a 5-year
$100
plan. I don't have a 4-year plan.
I don't think that's enough.
I got a 1-year, 2-year plan. That's it. I don't need no fucking 401k.
And I can tell you that when they research most people who hit $1 million, 75% of the time it has to do with how much money they were able to put away in their 401k for their first 10 years. So that's the big differentiator. It's not where it goes, it's not where it's invested, it's not what stocks you pick. It is simply leveraging the 401k, contributing as much as you can. And when you contribute at that, it's pre-tax. You are making money because you're saving 30% on taxes for that. So if you're saying it's not making money for me, your first idea is your 401k, which makes you 30% a year as a return. But when people peel back the layers and look at the overall wealth equation, It's a combination of short, medium, and long-term goals. You got to have the money saved up in your emergency account. You have to have medium-term goals, which would be your business idea. And you have to have long-term goals, you know, for your retirement. And then with extra cash that you have, it's not one or the other. You do all three at the same time. So I can tell you with...
Did y'all just hear this cat, man? He just lied out his teeth. He putting his insecurities off on me. He's salty that he worked for somebody, he paid all his education, and he's putting his failures off on me.
85% of the time, because you're getting at it too early. Early in the sense that you're using money which is called risk capital, which is at the expense of knowing that even at your age, every dollar that you don't spend on retirement is $6.80 in retirement. So if you spend $1,000 this year, that's worth $7,000 to you in retirement. So you have to kind of have the emergency fund and the retirement humming along before you can have the business idea, because your cost of acquisition for your clients, your marketing expenses, and your overall infrastructure expenses are going to force you into a marginized business that's probably 8 to 12%, which is a good margin to have, but you got to have millions of dollars to make that work. And I will tell you that one of the biggest crimes in America with respect to the middle class and anybody below the middle class, I'm considered middle class,
Taxes.
is the overuse of insurance to solve business ideas. Nobody high net worth, I've worked with people at $10 to $250 million. None of them. And
that's great information to know, but other than that, this guy is full of shit, man. He's full of shit.
Just so you know, in any variable type insurance policy, the first 2 years of all of your premiums are commissions for the person selling it to you. If you buy a whole life policy, as an insurance policy, the first $8,000 you put into that is commissions.
Wow.